Hey Sheeby how are you doing? Well, today I got a catalogue came through the door. Everybody gets catalogues. This is called Woolovers, 70% clearance sale. And inside there are lots and lots of photos of people wearing woolly jumpers. Now I know some people feel a bit funny about going out on the streets and drawing people, but this is like bringing people into your house and you can just sit and copy the photographs. But I don't want you to copy the photographs. I want this to be a light bulb moment for you. These are photographs. If you want them to look like that, get a photograph. You don't have to paint and draw and make things look like photographs. You can draw in your own kind of free way, but use the pictures as the inspiration to build upon. So don't feel you have to make your drawings look like photographs. Here, let me show you how. Now, this is my little sketchbook that I go out and about with. I drew this at PC World with the kid who was on a VR thing. And these are just kind of little sketches out and about, people that I see when I'm shopping things. But some people will feel a little bit kind of uncomfortable drawing in public. So that's the really great thing about catalogues, is that it's kind of like people are out and about, aren't they? And so you can kind of draw them. They're obviously all, beautiful people in a catalogue. So you could maybe, use a magazine or something like that to get normal people. But you can use these photographs as the basis, as the inspiration for your drawing. So I'm going to choose this lady here who's looking very lovely on her seat. I'm just going to go straight in and draw. And I'm thinking I'm going to want to paint this. So I don't want lots and lots of heavy lines. So I'm going to kind of bring her eye around like this, and then that's her cheek. And I'm not drawing a portrait. I'm drawing just a kind of a thing, really. And there's her ear there, and then that's kind of swooping around there, and then she's got quite a serious eyebrow there, and I'm making her eyebrow look a little bit more serious. So I'm going to start just by putting a dot in there, and then she's got her nose and quite a lot of sort of smile lines, and then I'm going to put in her teeth like that. That'll be her bottom lip. I'm going to put some more in here, so I'm just going to put her eyeballs like that, and then kind of eyelids and bit of eyelashes. That's the word I'm looking for, I think. So this is all fairly quick. It's just sketchy really. And then we got her sort of hand, we got a finger doing something like that, another one coming down kind of like that. There's another one coming down like that, and then a little finger sort of something like that. And I think I'm probably putting in much more information than I would do in a sketch, because I wouldn't, I don't think I'd be able to see her hand like this. This elbow is actually off the page in the photograph. But it's kind of a it's an impression, isn't it? That's what we're trying to do. And so we've got her big collar like that coming down there, and then her shoulder, and it's kind of learning the way kind of angles and shoulders and things fall, and we've got this kind of thing that she's leaning on. That's her sofa that she's sitting on, and maybe we need something more along there as well, which isn't in the photograph, but I'm making that up. So she's got bits like that, and a few kind of lines there, and there's going to be kind of wiggle lines. And now I'm going to paint this really, really simply, and kind of, this is Naples yellow that I'm using here, so I'm just kind of filling in her face and hands in Naples yellow, and her hair is kind of quite pale as well, isn't it, like that? And then a little bit of vermilion that I'm going to kind of put in there in above her eyes, and this just kind of will soften it up. Oh, that's probably a bit too much, so now I'm having to thin that down. And it's just kind of modelling the shape of the foot. That's too strong, isn't it? Again, so it's just kind of modelling the shape of the face with the vermilion, really. And then again, it doesn't need to be. It's not a photograph. This is the thing. I don't know. Sometimes people have watched me drawing and go, "Oh, it doesn't have to be a photograph, does it? And it doesn't have to be the exact same colours, and it doesn't actually have to look like the person." It's just it's a sense, it's a feeling of the pose and all sorts of elements. Oh, I need a little bit more of a line in here, I think, don't we? We need something like that. That's better. Now, if you follow me on Patreon, you're going to find I'm going to do some more of these from this catalogue. So if you want to support me on Patreon, that's what you get. You get these little extras. And on Patreon, there's a different kind of video because, in a way, I think it's more chatty because, on YouTube, you're fighting the algorithms and playing games and all that kind of thing, whereas on Patreon, I can just sit down and do a video and chat, really, and not have to worry about YouTube algorithms and things like that. So now this should have dried a little bit, so I'm going to add a little bit of pinkiness in there. And so I'm going to get the brush just right. Now I know some people, got that all wrong, haven't I? There we go. Now some people ask me about this brush, and it's a water brush, and you really want a piece of kitchen towel with you while you're using a water brush. And I'm going to go up a bit like that, and then up like, there we go. That's much better. And then on the lips, I'm going to leave a little bit of white, and I'm just going to add a little hint of darker pink in there. That's got it. Now I'm happy. And I'm going to add a little bit of kind of darkness around the eyebrows, like it's makeup, eyeshadow, and then we probably want a little bit underneath as well, like that. And then we want some kind of darker tones in here for shading, and you can just kind of flick some. Oh, that's probably a bit too much, isn't it? But with a water brush, you can just kind of thin these things down a bit, like that. And the water brush, the water is constantly running down from the handle into the brush. So it's slightly different from the normal way that you paint on watercolour. And I'm going to do these kind of things like that, with a little bit of pink and stuff in there as well, like that. So it's impressionistic, isn't it? I suppose is the word. And a little bit of green in there for the leaves. And what's good is that the photograph, the lady is just sitting there, she doesn't go away. But if you practice like this, then one day you'll be able to go into a restaurant or something and go, that lady over there, I really like the way she's sitting, and you can just do a very quick sketch. And you don't have to paint it there and then. You can if you want, but you can always take the sketch home and then work on the sketch. And that's how it works. But don't worry about working from photographs. But don't copy them. Use them as reference, which is what I'm doing here. It doesn't actually look like her, does it? But it's got something of her, and it's just kind of sketching it in and getting the feel of the way the body sits and angles and things like that. Thanks for watching, and you can support this channel and get so much more on my Patreon page. Click to find out more. Make sure you are subscribed to the Shu Rainer Drawing channel on YouTube, and in the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.